Here they come. Here they come.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here with us. We are really glad to have you all here, and we're excited to do Crocktoberfest. This is going to be such a fun morning, and if you have never joined us before, then we'll let you know that you're probably in for some laughs.
It's usually pretty funny, and sometimes it's because I have generally forgotten to put something in and I have to open up a bag and put it in. Freezer meals are not meant to be perfect. They just need to be done. And we say that all the time. Done is better than perfect.
Absolutely. So today, before we get started, we thought we would ask, just as people filter in, to let us know in the comments where you're from. We'd love to know where you're joining us from today.
Jan's already in there. She's like, I'm from Nova Scotia. Michelle from
morning.
Florida. Hello.
Good to see you both.
Hi to Robin and Kim too.
Aw, hi Kim, hi Robin.
Indianapolis. Hi Robin from Yuma. I will come and see you someday, I promise. Oh, Luann from Las Vegas. Luann, I've known who you are for so long, and it wasn't, I think, until our last one. I don't know where I saw you recently, and I'm like, Luann's from Las Vegas? How did I never know that?
Finishing breakfast in California, Christy.
Awesome.
Florida, Brenda.
Brenda in Florida, Diane in Kansas. Kansas is beautiful. Have you ever been there? It's gorgeous.
Heather says she's from Basic Edmonton. There is no such thing as Basic Edmonton. I was just
I think she's saying basically. We're basically from Edmonton.
We are basically from Edmonton, but yes, that is in Alberta, Canada. For those of you that don't know, Christy and I live in the country outside a smaller community outside of, so we're like outside the smaller community outside of Edmonton.
We're a ways from
Alberta,
Edmonton.
Canada.
Hi, Christina from Winnipeg.
Sharon just finished breakfast in Los Angeles.
Fancy.
Welcome.
I mean, Edmonton is basic compared to the other locations.
Well, I'll tell you, I was in Edmonton last night, actually. My husband and I had dinner with friends, and it was a pretty fun place that we went to. So I don't think it was that basic.
And honestly, Heather, if you were to show anybody a picture of the Edmonton River Valley right now, it would be one of the most beautiful places on earth. So listen, when you're done this, go and Google Edmonton River Valley, and in the fall, and even in the summer it's pretty, but right now it is outrageously gorgeous, and so it is hardly basic.
So before we get started, actually assembling our meals, I am curious how many of you are assembling with us today, and how many of you are going to watch us assemble, and then you're going to assemble later and maybe watch the replay while you assemble.
Yes, we're always curious to know. Assembling. Sharon's assembling. Michelle's watching. Christy wants to do an RV trip through Canada. Come and do it. Come and stay in our yard. I'm not even kidding. We have people do it all the time. Watching today. Jan is watching today. Diane's assembling.
Christy's assembling.
Awesome.
Oh, Luann already made some of them.
Of course you did. You're a keener. I love it.
We've got somebody else who's watching. Now,
no room in your freezer. Robin just showed us her freezer this week in the Facebook group.
In our Facebook group, yes, no room. That's true. We know that Robin's telling the truth. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're going to be assembling family size meals today, but I want to tell you, if you are assembling meals for one or two, we're going to tell you how to do that. And when we do our monthly live cooking classes in the Freezer Meals 101 Club, we actually show you how to make one for a family, and then we demonstrate how to make that same recipe for one or two, because we know that that's the situation that a lot of people are in. And also, if you actually have a larger family or a medium-sized family and you're thinking, well, I don't really need to know that, it's so awesome to know this, because you can assemble meals for lunches for yourself. You can take them to work. You can do meals for an elderly parent. You can do meals for one of your kids in college. Like, single size meals are so handy.
Mm-hmm.
And I find myself using them for all kinds of things, mostly lunches, and for my mother-in-law and things like that. But we've made them for all kinds of reasons. But when my son lived away and he was living like kind of in a residence, he was working at a ski resort. And Christy and I stocked him with all these kind of like individual TV dinners that he could just heat up. So if you're making these for one or two, there's two ways you can do this. We're doing our zippy shredded chicken tacos first. And the first way that you can do it is you can do it just like we're doing it today and make them in your large freezer bag and freeze this raw. Then when you go to make it, you do it in your slow cooker. And this goes for everybody here because it was raw and frozen and then you're cooking it, you can actually refreeze it once it's been cooked. So then you can take that cooked shredded chicken and the sauce and you can freeze it in these quart size. Here in Canada, we call them medium size bags. That's what it actually says on the bag here. But in the US, this is called a quart size bag and it is quart size. And so you can freeze them in your quart size bags when it's fully cooked. And then you have smaller portions ready to go. So if you have a mini crock pot, then you have a second option. And that is that you can take quart size bags and you can put one chicken breast in each. So that'll be for one recipe, it'll be 3 because this calls for 3 chicken breasts. So you would do 3 quart size bags, put your chicken breast in here, and then in a bowl, you'd mix together your sauce and you'd portion it evenly among the bags. So this same instruction goes for the barbecue shredded chicken that we're gonna do next. And it also goes for the meatballs. You would put your meatballs in the quart size bags, again, only if you have a smaller slow cooker. And then you'd mix your sauce and portion it among the bags. So let me know if you have questions about the cooking for one or two. And otherwise, we're going to get started on our zippy shredded chicken tacos. We're going to open our bag and actually we are going to open 4 bags.
Oh, yes, we are.
We're going to do all the chicken in the bags because very important, when you do freezer meals, you want to use 1 protein at a time. The reason that's so important is because then you avoid cross-contamination because we are dealing with raw chicken here. Also, it makes you so much faster if you use 1 protein at a time. So we are going to just have our large bag. Now, if you want to trim your chicken, like if you see any bits on there that you don't like, then we actually do it, and I'm going to do it right here with, oh, I should have opened bags before I did this, but
you can put it in there. It's okay.
You're actually going to take kitchen scissors and trim off the icky bits. That's a technical term, but I don't like the icky bits. Some people don't mind.
I don't mind the icky bits. I just throw them in there. I seldom trim breasts, but I will trim thighs within an inch of their thighs. Takes me forever.
Sometimes with thighs, you'll find little bits of bone and stuff. So it's more important that you trim thighs for sure. But you can just use.
Can you do more bags, madam?
Well.
No,
yes.
Go wash your hands and then do more bags.
And then I'm gonna do more bags.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving to the Canadians this weekend. And I saw up ahead, Ruth, I want to say hi. We were talking about where people were from, and I'm like 90% sure you are near Edmonton as well. And we were bragging a bit how beautiful the Edmonton River Valley is right now.
Well, we have a few Ruths. So
Ruth Johnson.
Okay.
I think she's one of ours. She's an OG.
Local.
She's been here a long time.
We have a few OG Ruths.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
So we also have Denise behind the camera. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm sorry. I have had some caffeine today. My tea is right here, but maybe I haven't had enough.
I need one more bag.
I am Charla, and this is Christy.
Hello.
And we are from Freezer Meals 101.
Oh, Ruth is in Northern Ontario. There is more than one
Yes.
Ruth Johnson then. And I bet you
and
it's gorgeous. Oh my goodness.
in the fall in Ontario, yes.
Yeah.
So Christy and I have been making freezer meals together for 13 years. I've been making freezer meals myself for maybe about 19.
And for me, about 17.
Yeah. And when Christy moved in 2 doors down, we discovered that we both made freezer meals and we were like, let's try doing it together. And as it turned out,
We were really great at it together.
it was kind of a partnership made in heaven. We
We do have 3 left. Shall we bag them? We could make it into something later. We could freeze them as is. We could cut them up and make them into something completely different. But I don't really want to leave them in here in the container. I would like them bagged and out of the way.
out of the way. Okay, I think we're gonna bag them and we'll make them into another freezer meal later.
Oops. Nova Scotia right now, I bet you is just stunning. Charlotte and I were talking about that yesterday, that's bucket list for her. The East Coast in general, but
Visiting the Maritimes is on my bucket list. So if you're following along with us, you now have 6 bags of chicken.
I'm gonna just,
Let me double check. I just want to make sure I went off the top of my head, which isn't always the best idea.
I need to do this
Yeah.
because we had a piece full.
Oh, yeah. I knew that. Okay, the other one requires 4 chicken breasts.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
why.
I was like, there's a reason here. But
Okay.
okay, so we're going to go back and add.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 chicken breasts in our bags for the zippy shredded chicken tacos. And 4 chicken breasts each in our bags for the barbecue shredded chicken.
Good call.
Okay, so
She is the brains of this operation, I'll tell you that much. See, we can laugh already.
well, the thing that's nice about us making mistakes on camera is that it helps other people realize that everybody makes mistakes and it's okay if they make mistakes too. This is what I tell myself anyway.
It's all recoverable.
Absolutely, it's all recoverable. Okay, so, and Kim says one of her barbecue chickens is being done with chicken legs because she ran out of chicken breasts. That totally works. And really, either of these recipes will work with chicken thighs or chicken breasts. Kind of, what you can find on sale, what you have, that kind of thing. Now, the zippy shredded chicken tacos is so easy. It's just,
Let me just move these back here. Because with my left, I will make them into
accidentally make
barbecue.
them. So it's what, 5 ingredients, 4 ingredients. It's 4 ingredients. This is going to come together super fast. We're using our new electric can opener.
If those of you who haven't met it yet, we would like to introduce you to Canny 4. It says so on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that.
We our last can opener, which was our 3rd electric can opener, it lasted us 5 years because we write the date on the bottom, and that one it lost its life during our last mega session where we made 107 meals, and it just couldn't keep going.
It couldn't. It's done thousands of cans. Ruth, when she makes all of her chicken meals with 4 breasts each, and that is totally fine. And that's the lovely thing about these recipes. You can scale it up and you can scale them back if you need to, because the sauce goes a long way, right?
Yes. So we're going to add our, I guess we'll go in order.
We can.
So we're going to add our taco seasoning. We tend to buy some of our seasonings in bulk, not all, but taco seasoning we buy in bulk. Dry onion soup mix we buy in bulk. Dry ranch seasoning we buy in bulk. We also find if you go to the bulk store, you sometimes have more options as far as being able to buy things low sodium, being able to get them MSG free, things like that. So we're just going to literally add our ingredients directly in the bag. That means less dishes because we're not messing with bowls. Now, again, if you're making individual portions in the quart size bags because you have a small slow cooker, then you are going to mix this in a bowl and portion it out.
I will mention that 4 tablespoons equals a quarter cup. You could use a quarter cup measuring cup and do it all in one shot. And that's about how much is in each of those taco packets. So that is what we're doing here. I'm going to do these while you do those. I'm going to add in the ranch seasoning.
Okay, so we're going to add our dry ranch seasoning.
And 3 of these, 2 of these.
2, just 2.
1, 2. I have to count it out loud. Charlotte can count in her head, but I have to count it out loud, or I'll forget what I'm on.
I do have
1.
something exciting to share with you while Christy is adding in her dry ranch seasoning, and it is relevant to this particular recipe. It's relevant to all the recipes, but it's especially relevant to this particular recipe, I feel like. So we are giving you guys today, Denise is going to add it into the chat. It's called our dinner remix, but we are also going to actually email you this. This is like, it's not the show up live prize for today. This is actually just a bonus. This is something that we wanted to gift you so that you could get more out of these recipes. And with the dinner remix, this is actually ideas for each of the 3 recipes that we're going to make today that are like different things that you can do with them. So the zippy shredded chicken tacos can of course be made into tacos, but they can also be used for taco salad, enchiladas, quesadillas, tostadas, burrito bowls, nachos, taquitos, chicken tortilla soup, casseroles, Mexican lasagna, chicken lettuce wraps, taco pizza, and chicken taco dip.
And there are probably more things, but there's a pile of them. We have a question here. Can you cook these from frozen? Technically, scientifically, it's not recommended because it stays at an unsafe temperature for too long of a time. There's a time envelope of where it's allowed to be in that. So I always defrost mine as fully thawed before I do it because then the times are more accurate. That being said, do people cook this from frozen? Sure, all the time. So I can't say yes, but I could say yes. We're adding in the fire roasted tomatoes.
And just like that, 4 ingredients. Your first recipe is done. And you have something that's so versatile, you can make it into multiple meals. Now, there is a little bit of a trick here. We usually seal our bags with the air in them and then give it a shake to mix it around. Then there's no mixing bowl. Hey, we are so coordinated.
I know.
It's like we're synchronized swimmers.
We've been doing this together a long time. Oh, instead of fire roasted, you use salsa. That's a good idea. That would totally work.
Okay, then you're going to open a corner of your bag, or if you're Christy, you open the
We
middle
have
of the
different
bag,
techniques, and it just is whatever works for you.
and you're going to get as much air as you possibly can out of your bag. And then you're going to seal it up fully. And that's really important because when you're doing freezer cooking, air causes your freezer burn. So if you can get as much air as you can out of there, then you can avoid most of that freezer burn. So super important step. And then the fun part is you kind of signal that you're done by adding your printable label, which we love. And these ones don't have it on there, but the labels in the Freezer Meals 101 Club have the date on them too. So you know when things went into the freezer, which is super handy.
Yeah.
So we all have our zippy shredded chicken tacos done. Okay.
Kim uses Rotel.
Oh,
That's smart.
that would totally work.
Mm-hmm.
And salsa. Ruth has used salsa.
Yeah.
I bet that would be really, really good with these.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will get these out of the way,
Okay.
and we're going to continue with the chicken, even though it's not the next recipe in your PDFs.
Now, normally when we make PDFs for you, we actually do the recipes in the order we're going to do them in. But these are slightly out of order only because we are doing these with our Crocktoberfest calendar. And so in the Crocktoberfest calendar, they went 1, 2, 3, and the meatballs being in the middle. So today, though, we're going to work with one protein at a time.
And I also want to point out, if you are not in the Freezer Meals 101 Club, you wouldn't know this one way or the other, but the people who've been around a while and have used our PDFs before, usually they're very printed and lovely and curated. And I wanted this time to show people what it looks like in the club. Like the shopping list that is in there is from the club. I've tweaked it a little bit to make it a little more user-friendly, and you can do that too because it's customizable. And the recipes themselves, I've printed straight out of the club so that you know what they look like. You know what you're going to get if you decide to join the club. They don't always come in nice little packaged PDFs because you can make your own. That's the beauty of it.
But when we do our monthly live cooking class, Christy makes the PDFs look very pretty.
They're very pretty.
They're beautiful. Okay, so we are moving along to our barbecue shredded chicken tacos. I love this. This is like a personal favorite for me. Christy taught me years ago how to make this one even better with a really easy homemade garlic mayo. And we did include that recipe, I think at the front of your PDF for you.
Yeah, it's in the notes.
In the notes. So you can make that on the day that you go to serve this one. And I always serve this with coleslaw and that garlic mayo on buns. And it's just so delicious. However, while Christy's grabbing things, I'm going to
finish my prep.
Yes, that's right. Oh, and now we're like out of order because I have to tell you, we are drawing for a prize. I'm going to let you guess what the prize is.
Today I am using the chopper. It is a really nice vegetable chopper. I use it almost specifically for onions, but I've also done it for peppers, can do it for tomatoes. And it's got a grid on it. It has different sizes of grates. And this one is for minced. So I just quartered it. I actually am very specific. I put it on in a wedge shape so that when it presses down, it goes through the layers of the onions equally. And we don't then have long pieces that make it look uneven because one of us cares and one of us doesn't.
Kim says, when I planned my whole week, I got to use the club as intended for the first time.
Oh, yay! That's exciting. I'm happy for you. And because this had such little prep to do, we decided to do it on screen and show you guys this awesome chopper that you could win. And you don't hear it? That's good. Because it's loud in here.
It's fun. It's like one of those get your frustrations out things.
Yes.
And normally we recommend, it's so loud. We recommend that you do your prep the day before normally. And you will hear us say that all the time, that we think, you should do your prep the day before. But this time, the entire prep for all 6 meals that we're making today was chopping 1.5 onions. So we figured we could just do it on the day of. The reason that we recommend that normally you would do your prep the day before is 2 reasons. One is so that it just breaks it up and you're less tired and less overwhelmed, especially if you're doing a large amount of meals. Even a week's worth of meals, it's just more manageable. But the second reason, and this one is really important, is when things go into your freezer bag, you want them to be cooled, because another thing that can cause freezer burn is condensation in the bags. And when you do things ahead, like brown your ground beef or cook your rice or pasta or something like that, you need to allow them to cool before they go into your bags. So if you do your prep ahead, it just allows for that to happen. So and also people that have some physical limitations or health issues, they have reported to us that it makes it so much more manageable for them to do the prep a day ahead and then do the assembly the next day, or even break it into 4 days where they're doing a little bit of prep, a little bit of prep, a little assembly, a little assembly. So yeah, we just love that. Christy is adding garlic from a jar because that is another way to speed things up.
Garlic. And it calls for 3/4 of an onion. A medium onion, when it's chopped, is about a cup. So I just put in 3/4 of a cup in there, and that's good enough.
So Kim says she kept looking for the prep list and it wasn't there, because usually when we do our monthly live cooking classes, there is a prep list that's all laid out for you so that you know what to prep the day before the class. This time, there's no prep list.
You even took the little doot off to be faster.
I did. So
here's the other great thing about the barbecue shredded chicken. This one's tequila jalapeno sauce, and Charlotte's doing bold original. So this is cool because then you can try different kinds. You can make it smoky, you can make it sweet, you can make it, whatever. This one's going to be spicy, I think.
It's a great way to kind of change things up just by changing the type of barbecue sauce that you're adding. She says she's prepping over there looking for her spices. On that note, thank you for the reminder, Christy. We also recommend that people get out their ingredients before they start assembling the meals. And you'll see that we have all our ingredients behind us. That's not just because we're doing this on camera for you. This is something we have done for years and years and years, because we discovered that it's very important actually to have our meals. Also, because we live in the country, we don't want to have to run to town because we forgot an onion or because we forgot fire roasted tomatoes. Which I brought from my house this morning. Yes.
One of them. She had one, I had one. It works. Yeah.
So we are pouring the apple cider vinegar, half a cup, into our barbecue sauce jar.
How many cups? I have a larger bottle. 14 fluid ounces. So you can measure it with a measuring cup. Do you know what? I didn't even really look. We just threw a bottle in. So
it's about right.
You could guesstimate and it would be fine.
It's slightly bigger than the other. It doesn't matter.
At the end of the day, it's gonna really cook up the same. And here's where you could throw in an extra one if you have a large family, when you have a little bit extra barbecue sauce.
Another chicken breast, a little bit more barbecue sauce. You have some remnants in your fridge of barbecue sauce. You know how that goes. You can even mix together 2 barbecue sauces. This recipe is like, you cannot mess it up. So the reason we put our apple cider vinegar in here is because we don't like things to go to waste. And we're getting all of the barbecue sauce out.
Michelle is asking, this is a lot of vinegar. Does it have a strong taste? It is vinegary. You can reduce the vinegar if you find that's going to be a problem. I mean, barbecue sauce already has vinegar in it. But really, it's just a taste thing. If you have the first one and you're like, that's a bit much, make a note. And in the club, you know that, right? You can make a note on your recipes. So for next time, you can say, hey, you use half the vinegar or whatever.
And on that note, yes, I was being punny. In the club, when you do your notes, you're the only one that sees them. So no one else sees them. So you can say, you can name one of your kids and say, this is their favorite, or,
this one doesn't like coconut.
Yeah, this one, what I did is I substituted this for this. No one else sees that. However, if you want to help other people out, and we always appreciate it when you do this too, if you make a comment on the recipe and go down to the comments, that part is public. And so wonderfully, we have people that will say how they adapted it for different dietary needs, how they adapted it to be vegetarian, how they adapted it because they're cooking for 1 or 2, what sides they made with it. And that stuff is so, oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
I squished it on my hand. Christy's gonna save me. Anyway, so notes are private, comments are public.
Do you know what? I don't know why we don't bring the paper towel closer to us. It just occurred to me right now how many steps I could save myself by just having it off camera. I learned something today, so I'm glad that you did that and we could figure that out. There you go.
So now we have our barbecue shredded chicken. And I'm going to tell you that You can have these once they're shredded in wraps, quesadillas, on pizza. Now, a barbecue shredded chicken pizza is so good. And you don't even necessarily have to have pizza dough. We make our pizzas a lot of times on the pitas. Just get a big pack of pitas from Costco and or from wherever. And then you can, have this and on the barbecue shredded, like a barbecue chicken pizza would be really good with little bits of pineapple if you like pineapple on your pizza. So there's that. It can go on nachos, or you can bake it, have it with sweet potatoes, and that one you can stir it into homemade mac and cheese. Like, that's next level. So those are some ideas, and you'll get that in your dinner remix guide. So you can have some ideas for that. We are moving on. Oh, we're not moving on.
We're not moving on.
We are drawing for our chopper. We've got Denise off camera, and she is putting the names, anybody that has commented through this whole time on anything, she's putting the names in, and we are going to
She did it already.
Draw. We did draw. Diane Bottom, congratulations. You are going to get a vegetable chopper. I will be emailing you after today, and you will have your very own stress reliever.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And now we are moving on to our Salisbury steak meatballs.
Let me see, there was a question up here. Oh, she just made, is evaporated milk a good substitute for coconut milk? Yes, I do it all the time because I don't like coconut anything, and it's totally fine. What do you ladies think of onions in a jar? I haven't used them. I don't see why it would be a problem. If you like them and it saves you time, go ahead and do it, if that's what you want to do. You can also do frozen onions. I don't know if you've ever come across like frozen onions or peppers in your grocery store. And what I like about that in the grocery store is that they've been somewhat processed. They have been steamed or blanched to a certain degree so that they freeze better. It kills this enzyme that causes them to lose nutrition and deteriorate in texture and color. And that's what blanching does. We don't typically blanch our vegetables, mostly for time, like honestly, and because so much of our stuff has a sauce, they freeze really well in the sauce. It seems fine. But if you are doing like, if you're hauling in your harvest from the garden, you're going to blanch your peas before you freeze them. We kind of just don't. But if you're buying frozen vegetables, they will have been somewhat processed at the facility. They've been picked at their most nutritious, and they maintain their nutrition because of that. So you can totally use frozen onions. Yeah, use onions in a jar. I think that's great. And there was a note here, like Robin had made the note about she just used adobo sauce and no peppers. And because you said your husband wasn't super into spicy stuff. Have you had it yet? Did it work out?
The barbecue or the Dr. Pepper pulled pork. Yeah.
You have chopped onions in your freezer all the time. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Food processor, lay them out in a tray and freeze them. I like that. When you're feeling adventurous, you chop a bunch of onions and freeze them. Wild night at Cheryl's house. Oh, the Dr. Pepper's pulled pork is cooking right now.
Smells delicious. Okay, I'm looking for oh, you have it. Yeah. Perfect. So this is our little scale. You can estimate, you can do math. We are just going to measure out our meatballs. But before we do that, I'm going to let you in on a little thing I have been doing lately, which is these are plant-based meatballs, so no meat meatballs, and they go in your freezer. And I've been adding, because I don't eat beef, but my family does, I've been adding a few of these, usually 3 or 4, into my meatball recipes lately. And so in the last few months, I've been able to actually try some of the meatball recipes that I invented, which has been pretty fun. And they're really good. But so
Yeah.
I'm I've never actually tried the Salisbury steak meatballs. This will be my first time because I'm going to be adding a few of these veggie meatballs in here. So if you're a family that has someone that doesn't eat beef or that prefers some veggie things, then just know that you can add them in, or you can do this fully with vegetarian meatballs. It's completely up to you, or of course, fully with beef meatballs.
I think technically I should have this in a bowl, like there shouldn't be any resting on the ground for it to be like
But it's
items.
okay.
So add as many as you want in and it'll be.
But I'll
right.
show you. This is a beef meatball. This is a veggie meatball. So you can actually pick them out. Like you know when they cook up, you can really tell which is which. So this is how the very scientific method of how we know which ones are mine and which ones are for other people.
Christy says she does that too, but I actually think that's where you got the idea.
It is how I got the idea.
And we'll do the same with the next round. We need another bag though. Oops, I don't need to be sealing this. I'm getting ahead of myself. It is muscle memory. Like if I have a bag that is sitting there open, I just start feeling it.
So this bag is almost as tall as I am, but this is the Costco meatballs. They're pre-cooked. We do have a great, we have 2 homemade meatball recipes on our website, but we have a really, really great one that we would recommend called Italian meatballs. And if you want to make homemade meatballs and pre-cook them and use them in this recipe, that's the one we'd recommend. But for today, we are going the fast and easy route. And we are using pre-cooked.
I know. Go ahead and add your, oh, do you have little?
I'm gonna keep this one all
beef?
beef because it might go to your house or to Denise's house, so.
That's true. Let's do one more because there's one sitting on the ground. There we go.
There we go. Okay, so we have our meatballs. I'm going to give you this one and I'm gonna have this one so that we know which one has the veggie meatballs in it.
Smart.
And we have this one. It isn't the healthiest recipe that we have. We do have some really, really, really healthy recipes, and we have a lot that use a ton of vegetables. So if you have been with us before, then you know that a lot of our recipes tend to actually be on the healthier side. These ones today, we were going for fast. We were going for like you guys getting to experience the feeling of having meals in your freezer without actually having to take a lot of time to do it. And recipes that you can easily adapt. So that is why we chose these particular recipes today, but healthiest they are not.
Go ahead. Somebody's asked, can you do mushrooms in these? Absolutely. And somebody, Sandy below you already said, yes, she's done it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this one, I'm honestly surprised that this doesn't have a can of mushroom soup in it, and it would totally be fine with the meatballs.
And you can do sliced mushrooms, and we actually did a stroganoff, a meatball stroganoff in our mega session, and it was really good. It will be heading to the club, actually. It was that good. So now we're going to use a gravy packet. You can make your own. There are recipes online for making your own if you want to lower the sodium. This one is a 25% less sodium gravy packet because I am trying to lower the sodium in our house a little bit. So there's just little tricks like that you can do that are pretty easy.
This dry onion soup mix that we get, we buy it in bulk. There is a great Canadian store called Bulk Barn that has, it's just a bulk store, and 4 tablespoons. This one is no MSG, which is good because some people have sensitivities to that, right?
Oh, Jen says that there are plenty of yummy chicken meatballs out there. That could also work for me.
That would work
because
for
I
you.
do eat chicken. So, yeah. Yeah, and okay, which gravy flavor would work best? Yes, brown gravy. And I have a note on one of my mini lists. I'm a paper list girl, and I have a note on one of my mini lists to ask Christy to change it to brown gravy.
Oh,
everywhere in the club and
yeah, because that's really all we use.
yeah,
Yes, email it to me and I will do the thing.
do the magic. So
What could replace the onion soup mix? You haven't found a gluten-free one.
there
Shoot.
are recipes online for gluten-free dry onion soup mix. So unfortunately, you probably will have to make your own. We actually have had this saga lately because the curry powder that I used to buy now has a celery seed in it, and I'm allergic to celery. So I've had to start making my own curry powder, and there's already quite a few seasoning blends that I have to make my own because of the celery seed allergy. So it just is one of those things that unfortunately you probably will have to do. So we're adding ketchup. As you could see, Christy didn't measure because again, this is a really forgiving recipe. And if you kind of approximate and squeeze it,
and
it'll work.
I can see how much is a tablespoon of ketchup. I have a hard time knowing how much is a tablespoon of Worcestershire. So that's what I did.
We're adding our Worcestershire and then
the pepper.
Oops,
wrong one.
That's it. Okay. Oh, I brought this pepper.
Oh, you like that one better?
I like this one
He
better.
likes that one better, and I like this one better. And so, like, we each use what we prefer, and it's kind of funny.
It just is what it is. We do that a lot. And we also have a system when we're making freezer meals together, we work on one recipe. Like we don't work on the same recipe like we're doing now. She would be making the chicken and I would be making the meatballs or whatever. And so we have a system where like I put hers always on the left and mine on the right, and she puts
yours on the left and mine on the right. Like
right. And then we know which one goes to which place, right? So
yeah, otherwise I go home with spicy stuff.
And that's the great thing is that you can adapt freezer meals to whatever your tastes are, whatever your dietary needs are. So now
one soup packet is 4 tablespoons. You are correct. And this is not Christy's first rodeo. I've had many rodeos under my belt. And oh, you're getting some good options there. I'm glad you're getting some good. You subbed in barbecue sauce for the ketchup. Totally awesome. That's a completely reasonable substitution.
We're just going to mix these. And then I'm going to tell you something important to know about the meatballs. If you use frozen pre-cooked meatballs in this, then there's a few things that you need to be aware of. You're going to, whether you like it or not, get a little bit of condensation on the outside of your bag, not on the inside, but on the outside. So it's not going to affect freezer burn at all. But what it will affect is this could potentially stick to your freezer. And it could stick to the meals that are below it or on top of it. This does not happen to most of our recipes. And we've had questions about it a lot over the years. Like, what do you do when your bags stick together? And our bags don't generally stick together. The only exception is if we're using frozen ingredients like this. And you just get like, you almost can't.
It's just condensation.
But you just feel it a little bit. And that's just enough, honestly, for this to possibly stick to your freezer. So you can do a few things. You can throw like a tea towel down there. You can put a piece of cardboard.
Paper towel, parchment, newspaper.
Yeah.
Or let them stick and then you just pop them apart with a little bit of extra force. It's manageable.
Yeah, so we do want to give you a warning about that because, we don't want you to find yourself like, oh, darn Charlotte and Christy didn't tell me about this.
It seems to me that when we first started doing videos, that was a major comment all the time.
Yep.
In our YouTube videos of, they always stick together. How do you get them to stick or to not stick?
So Kim and Ruth are saying that they use a sheet pan. Christy's saying an old cereal box. So definitely there's tricks out there.
Kim, I don't have enough sheet pans.
We used all my sheet pans when we were doing appetizers for my birthday party for the freezer 2 days ago. They are now out of the freezer, but we had to freeze things flat on sheet pans. So for the Salisbury steak meatballs, They're not as versatile. Like you can't, you can't make these ones into a, like, what were we saying for the last one that you could do? Like
Pretty
a
hard to put on
quesadilla.
pizza.
Yeah, but you can serve these with rice, mashed potatoes, or egg noodles. You could do baby potatoes, baked potatoes, or home fries. You can also do these in subs or sandwiches. Now, you can absolutely do this in a casserole. So you could do your egg noodles and the meatballs and mix them together and bake that, or just serve it like that. Sprinkle a little bit of parsley on top so that you could serve one of them like with rice or mashed potatoes and the other one in the egg noodles as a casserole, and you would like, they would be like completely different meals. No one would even realize that they're eating the same thing. And then you could put them as an appetizer with toothpicks. You could put them in soup. So in your dinner remix guide, you're gonna have that. But we have another prize for you. So let me find it. Ah.
Oh, they're coming up. There's some good ideas here. Linda's got a bunch of cheap pans from the dollar store that fit perfectly, and she freezes them flat and then she stands them up in her chest freezer. A lot of people do that with the library book method. It works really well, especially I always like it for above your fridge, like if you have a freezer above your fridge. And dinner trays from IKEA. How do you have dinner trays from IKEA? It's not from like the IKEA restaurant, is it? Or like you just bought some that are there.
Bought some dinner trays.
She just went in and grabbed a stack and was like, see ya.
Okay,
They sell them, okay.
these are, they're so exciting. These are signs for you to put on your freezer, which I just think are so fun. So this one says, warning, this freezer contains hope and half a lasagna. This one says, Crockpot magic is alive and well. See inside for details. This one is Christy made it look like a band poster. And it says Crocktoberfest Boot Camp results inside. So I love this. And then it actually tells you what the meals are and the date of today. But there are more. We just printed off a few examples for you guys, but you can actually put these on your freezer to kind of celebrate what you did today. So we are going to, well, Denise is going to pop that, she did already, pop the Crocktober signs into the comments here. And this is like a very special prize for you guys for showing up live today. We really appreciate that you're here with us because it's way more fun having you guys here with us. And then we've got another prize for you. And that is, we didn't print them out, but we have really, really, really fun completion certificates so that you can be like, I rocked Crocktoberfest Boot Camp.
And if you were at our last boot camp, you might notice that they're similar, but I did change them to be more fall. I went with the colors, and you can say you got your crock on. You totally can.
And we have another, okay, we have a few more things to tell you about.
All three of those go in the all access pass.
Okay, so in the all access pass, we have a bunch of things. It's not too late to get that if you want to pick that up. You get the replay of this forever instead of just until October 16th if you have the all access pass. But we also have like kitchen conversion charts. We have a next steps pack. So it's a PDF where you can kind of continue on from where you left off. We have instant pot labels. So if you want to make these, take these exact same recipes and just instead cook them in your instant pot, that's in the all access pass. We also have the triple up pack, which is these exact recipes, except making 3 of each. So it's just the shopping list and the prep list is, it's then 3 onions, not 1.5. But did I do the math right? No, it would be like, is that right?
I wasn't listening. I was looking.
Okay. You're reading comments. That's fine. It's all good. Anyway, so, and then it has labels for 9 meals instead of 6 meals. So we've got the triple up pack. We've got.
Yes. Now I know what you said.
Okay.
Delay, crank.
Yeah. So all of those things and a bunch more are in the all access pass. So you can check that out. But we also have something exciting that Christy's going to tell you, because she mostly designed it, and so I think she should tell you about it, which is our Crocktober bundle bonus.
It is. It's the Crocktoberfest bundle. So you have your Crocktoberfest calendar. I wish I had one here printed out. I kind of thought we had one.
I have one in the living room.
Okay, that's fine. It's all over our Facebook page right now. It's on freezermeals101.com. You can download it for free, and it has all of the links on it. And you can make all 31 days of the Crocktoberfest, and we've just made the first 3 here today with boot camp. But if you wanted to keep going, I've got the following done a week at a time. So the rest of the 28 days are in the Crocktober bundle. They can be single recipes or doubled. Again, I've done them straight out of the club. So it's the club recipes, it's the club shopping lists, and I've included printable labels. They're just like our other PDFs, except that they're the club version. And there's a bonus 5th PDF that has fall freezer desserts. So, and I mean, we don't have a ton of them in the club. We have apple crisp, which is in it, mint,
Oreo pie.
There's
a few.
It's a hard one because there's just so many things baking wise and dessert wise that you can freeze, or you just absolutely can't. And so we don't do those. But there's a cheesecake in there. There's a bread pudding. There's impossible pumpkin pie, which is my mother-in-law's recipe, and it is really good. And what is the last one? I made it. Oh, it's mine. It's my recipe. It's a pumpkin cake with a walnut sauce, a sweet walnut sauce, and that freezes. So you freeze it all, you bake it, you freeze it all together. When you go to cook it or to eat it, you just let it thaw. You can heat up your sauce if you want and put it on there and serve it like that. So I was already in the mode because it's our Canadian Thanksgiving. So I was like totally into fall and getting those recipes lined up. So if you join the Freezer Meals 101 Club right now, you will get that free as a bonus.
If you're already in the club,
you get it.
It is yours for free. And Christy says her meals are in the freezer now. Congratulations.
Oh, and Kim's doing the pierogi casserole from the next steps.
Awesome. So yes, look, Kim's showing us. Oh, that's so great. So all of that bundle is all available to our current members and anybody who joins before October 16th. We've never done a Crocktoberfest bundle before.
No.
We've done Crocktoberfest. This is our 3rd year. Always so fun.
And last year somebody said, can we have all of Crocktoberfest? And I don't want to make a PDF with 24 recipes or 31 recipes, but when you're in the club, you can make your own. And so we did something special this year. Somebody asked in the Facebook group, and so Charlotte said, let it be so. And now you can use the keyword Crocktoberfest 2025, and everything that is on the Crocktoberfest calendar shows up, and then you can make your own meal plan from that.
And the nice thing about doing it from the club versus because you could use these PDFs instead, and that would totally work. But the nice thing about doing it yourself from the club is then you can use that little toggle and move it down if you're making less servings, or move it up if you're doubling or tripling or quadrupling. So it makes it a little bit more customizable. But these PDFs are kind of our answer for the people who were wanting like a Crocktober PDF, but we were like, we do not want, to.
We do one at the end of the year
that's this big
of our favorites, but I think there's
12.
No,
and it's 12.
I feel like last year was 24 because we did 12 each. No, we combined 12.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
We combined 12.
Does it work for previous years? Not yet, because I've been busy working on this. I have not gone in and tagged everything from the previous years, but it is on my to-do list. So I think it's something we should do going forward. I think it's a great idea. I love it.
Yeah, and next year we will do it right from the outset, do the Crocktoberfest 2026. It's so weird to say 2026, but that's been a really fun addition this year. So, and yes, the nutritional information on the recipes, you are welcome. And
Debbie has to go. Thanks for coming, Debbie. It was nice to have you. I might have been the one to ask to have all the recipes together. Cheryl, you can do it yourself. But yes, I've made it easier for you, at least with the keywords.
Yeah, so if you are not a member of the Freezer Meals 101 Club, we do invite you to join that because it does take all the guesswork out of freezer cooking. But even if you don't want to join the club, or if it's not right for you right now to join the club, we want to really encourage you strongly to just start doing freezer meals. It saves so much time, so much money. And mostly our favorite part, and we say it all the time, but it's just true, is the headspace. It's like not the mental load, not having to worry about what's for dinner, not having to plan ahead, not having to run to the grocery store last minute, especially when we live in the country. But and that's another way we save money is less trips to the grocery store. But we're able to buy in bulk, and even our club members who are cooking for one or two are able to buy in bulk and you're able to get things on sale and actually use them and make use of them and not have your produce go moldy in your crisper because you're actually using it. So we love this way of living. Love
Denise,
it.
it's a zip file, so she'll have to unzip it. No, Sharon is saying the completion certificates doesn't open for her. It's because it's a zip file. Sharon, if there's a way for you to right click on it and then say unzip or extract, and then you'll be able to open them.
And if you can't,
if it's still trouble,
you can email us at support@freezermeals101.com. We are always available. Well, don't email us at 2 in the morning and expect an answer right away. but we are available
around
by email. So support@freezermeals101.com anytime. And we're pretty responsive to the emails. So, but again, not right that minute. And Sharon says, I'm in the club and it rocks. So many recipes and ideas. Thank you so much. We are so happy that you're there. And we love that people are trying new recipes, new to them recipes. And it's helping get them out of their cooking rut, which we love. Many years ago, I helped Christy not that Christy she is a very fantastic cook, but maybe less adventurous on the international foods.
Unadventurous. I like international foods. I just didn't like cooking them all the time necessarily. And I just straight up didn't think I liked curry. I liked butter chicken, which is a type of curry, but I just didn't think I liked it. And so, and it turns out I do. I just didn't have the right recipes. Denise has this handled.
Yeah. Denise has the chopper thing handled. Oh, yes. Lasagna soup is a winner.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh, we made lasagna soup in that mega session, and I was in Toronto for work, and my husband ate one of the lasagna soups while I was gone. Like, he made it for the family, and I'm not complaining.
But you missed out.
But I missed out, and so I do have one left, and I'm like, I am like, that's getting eaten when I'm at home because
okay,
I was so jealous.
I'm going to tell you that there's an Easter egg in the club that you don't even know about.
Oh.
If you look in the labels, I have one called chicken livers because that way you can hide your Christmas baking and you can hide your lasagna soup and nobody's going to want to eat it because it says chicken livers on it. And I've been waiting for somebody to come and tell me that, like, what? Wait a minute, you have chicken livers in there? I'm like, I'm not even telling Charlotte. Like, this is hilarious.
I did not know. That's really funny.
So you can swap the label out.
Kim says she's up to 55 meals on the week so far.
You're a machine. Way to go,
today.
Kim.
That's amazing. Amazing. And this means that Kim gets to experience No Cook November.
Yes!
Which we want for all of you, which is why it would be great for you to get that Crocktober bundle. Make that so that you too can experience No Cook November, because there is nothing quite like it.
And we've been playing with the idea of next year doing Soup-timber.
Yes. We thought that might be fun in addition to Crocktober.
We have a lot of soups in the club. We love soup. It was good soup. I took out corn chowder today. I'm really excited because I haven't had it for a long time.
I gave one of mine away,
Mm.
and then the friend that I gave it to broke a bone and is not in a position to be cooking right now. And she texted me and was like, "I'm having it today," and I was like, "I'm really glad I still have one in my freezer."
Right?
Her eating it made me kind of start craving it.
Meatball March. It could be like March Madness for college ball, and it could be Meatball March. Meatball Madness? March Madness? I don't know. We'll figure something out. I like that, Robin.
I wish my kids loved soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to casserolize soup recipes. It's true. It's a real thing. We
Tailgate July.
have a few, like we've got like chicken pot pie soup casserole. Like
yeah.
We have
chicken noodle soup casserole.
Oh, that's what I meant, I think.
Yeah. Oh, it's the other one. We have chicken pot pie soup.
Yes, yes.
The opposite.
I was mixing them up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could you say again how to find the meal plan for October?
Okay, so the Crocktoberfest meal plan okay. Can you email me and I will
just tell you right now, if you're in the club, it's in the cooking classes. You can go and find it there.
But Joyce, do you mean the one for today, like the one we used today, or do you mean this bonus one? Because if you need the bonus, or if you're looking for the bonus one, then you just go to the search bar in the club and you'll type in like Crocktober or something.
April.
And it'll come up and you can go and it will automatically take your discount off and give you
the bonus one.
$0. Like it'll, you can buy it for $0.
Yeah. So the search function. So it's called Crocktoberfest Bundle.
Yeah.
And so do a search for that in the club, in the shop, and it will come up for you.
No anxiety, April. Chicken noodle soup. Okay, so do you have any questions about what we did today, about freezer meals in general, about the club, about cooking for one or two?
Sides. Yeah.
About the fact that it's Thanksgiving here in 2 days. Whatever you have questions about, go ahead and ask us in the comments. Kim
needs to figure out sides, not that she has room. So we do have sides in the club, not a ton. It's hard to come up with.
We added one today. There is a brand new side recipe in the club today. But we do have a number and we are constantly trying new ones. And I actually have been filming a YouTube video of sides just for, to try out some new ones. So we'll keep adding, but we do not have as many sides in there as we have main dishes for sure.
Yeah. What do you have for Thanksgiving? Kind of the same as what Americans would do. We do a turkey or a ham, usually a turkey. We do the ham and Easter. Mashed potatoes,
sweet potato
casserole. My mother-in-law does a butternut squash casserole that is wild. It is so good.
We're doing
vegetables,
maple dill carrots from the club. My sweet potato casserole is from the club. Garlic mashed potatoes from the club. So mine is made ahead, and stuffing, freezer stuffing. So freezer meals.
Yeah, and we do have freezer stuffing in the club. I still have not made cornbread freezer stuffing. I have said for years that I'm going to, but I still haven't done it. I think Carrie actually sent me a recipe from Louisiana, so I do have to do it.
Jen says, I make my own orange cranberry sauce. I haven't looked on the site, but is there one that you have as a freezer meal? Can you email that to us? Because we do not have one, and I would be curious to make one. And then we do have a cranberry sauce on the site, a freezer cranberry sauce, but I would be interested to make yours and know how, how it fares after freezing, and then we could maybe add that. I would love that. So now, how do you best get started when your freezer is empty?
Double your dinners.
Yes.
Start by doubling your dinners, and you make one and you eat it. And at the same time, you just prep extra. You're chopping one onion, it's just as easy to chop two. and get that into the bag, get it into your freezer. If you do that once or twice a week or every day, or you just plan and say, okay, this week I'm going to double my dinners, bam, you have 7 in your freezer. There are 7 days that you do not have to cook. And it can be casseroles, it could be pot roasts, it can be just a quick protein, it could be a skillet meal. Do a variety, and then you can just, or you can even triple, right? If you're feeling it.
And
double your dinners.
Double your dinners, and we have a free wet freezes cheat sheet that you can get if you're new to freezer cooking. You just go on our freezermeals101.com, Google what freezes, and grab that cheat sheet. It's really helpful when you're first getting started to know, because there's certain things like raw potatoes that don't freeze well. We have workarounds for that. We have some really great ways that we can use potatoes in dishes, but not the traditional raw potatoes in your meal. So yeah, once you get going on that and then you double your dinners, you would be surprised how quickly it adds up and you're able to take some of that mental load off. And you know what your family likes. So if you have recipes that are going to hold up really well, like a chili or something that is, a family favorite, or if you're cooking for 1 or 2 and you make a big batch of chili and then portion it into quart-sized bags or into super cubes, and then you've got those in the freezer ready to go. That way you're not eating leftovers all week, because we don't want that for you. We want you to experience like variety and good taste and all the things.
The sweet potato chili, have you had yours yet?
Yes, and it's good.
Okay, I haven't had mine yet, so I'm glad. For lasagnas especially, because there's so much work, and actually they're expensive. So if you can make those ahead, they're so great to have.
And it cuts down on the cost, because then you're using all of your ingredients. Like if you're buying that ricotta cheese or that kind of thing, you're using all of it instead of some of it going to waste. So it's such a good way to go.
Getting used to a full freezer, cooking every night is a drag. Absolutely. But also, once I do have a full freezer and I can do that and shut my brain off about it, I enjoy cooking when I cook from scratch again. And I, kind of stopped because it was every single night and it was dragging me down. And being able to enjoy cooking again and getting creative in the kitchen is very exciting.
I did the taco pasta shells this week. Are jumbo pasta shells bigger in Canada? Well, it depends.
I'm guessing they are.
I don't know how big they are where you are.
She said she did it.
They fit in.
Hers fit in all of them in 8x8, and she had so much filling left over. Ours have got to be way bigger. They fit in the palm of your hand. They're huge.
Yeah.
Like you can probably put 2 to 3 tablespoons of filling in each one. 2 tablespoons for sure. So I'm guessing ours are bigger, or you might have to go to like a specialty store, like an Italian center or something.
Now the filling for that does freeze on its own, and you could, stuff some other shells with it.
Do you have any here right now? Do you think?
Maybe it'll be in this side. If I do, it'll be a yellow box.
Yeah.
So you can look at my messy pantry. The filling freezes really well, but if you don't want to stuff it in shells next time, you can cook up like a rotini or a penne, stir it in, top it with some cheese, and then bake it. So
when they're smaller, like when they're dry, they're still pretty small. It would probably only fit about a tablespoon. But once you cook these, and we undercook them, right? So partly so they don't fall apart, partly so they don't go mushy. And like they will be substantially bigger and they fit a lot. So the large shells aren't big enough.
That's the box. Christy's recommending maybe manicotti, so that could work. But yes, you can freeze the filling. You can use it for other things if you want.
I'm looking to see if they have a fancy Italian name, because sometimes they like every kind of pasta has its own fancy Italian name. But I like the manicotti idea.
So any other questions before we sign off? I'm wearing a dress today. I don't know, you probably can't see it, but now you can.
It's very pretty.
Because after we finish today, I don't have to leave right away, but I wasn't sure how long we were going to go, so I got ready in case. I am going with my future daughter-in-law wedding dress shopping. We're having a brunch, ladies brunch,
That's
and
so
then with
fancy.
her mom and grandma and all the things, and then we're going wedding dress shopping. So it's going to be a great day, and that's why I'm wearing a dress to cook. So all
And you like my top.
confusion.
Thank you.
And thank you for the congratulations, Joyce.
Oh.
I didn't announce yet that so our son has been dating his girlfriend for a few years. And if you've watched our YouTube channel or been to our live cooking classes, then you know that we love her so much. She's been like part of the family from
They've
the
been
first time
waiting.
we met her, which was 2 years ago. And we knew that he would marry her. We just have been waiting. And so about 3 weeks ago, around there, he gave her a puppy and an engagement ring. So it was quite a day. And then they came over the next day to show us the puppy, is what they said. But as soon as they walked in the door, we kind of thought, I mean, they come over all the time. So I don't know why I was suspicious, but
Because you knew.
I
You
knew
just
it was
knew.
coming. Yeah. So they brought over the puppy, and I just, as soon as they walked in the door, I saw the ring. And so we are so thrilled to like welcome her to the family, and they're getting married in the mountains, which is really special for our family, and it's just gonna be fantastic. And I love when families grow. It's just special.
It is special.
So
You're going to have so much fun today. And I'm going to the Space Science Center with my son and a bunch of his friends because the teachers are on strike here. And so, well, it's Saturday. They wouldn't be in school anyway, but they miss each other. They haven't, we're in the country. They don't drive yet. They don't get to see each other all the time. So we are making a plan to go into the city and head out and do that. And it'll be really fun.
Brenda says she just shopped with her daughter for
Yes.
her dress. Jillian says have fun. Cheryl says it's a great way to start our day. Michelle says so happy for you all. Kim says a ring and a puppy. Christy says love science interest. Yes, today is going to be a great day, and more family members means more freezer meals, right?
It's true.
And some of you might remember that this particular future daughter-in-law, I actually made her for her birthday a full year ago. I made her a month's worth of individual freezer meals, and she was so appreciative, and she actually uses the club all the time and eats our recipes. So, and actually and also my son uses it, and he's pretty like tells me, no, this one's not good, or like, well, they're all good in the club, but he'll be like, no, the air fryer directions on this should be changed because I don't have an air fryer. Christy does.
Yeah.
But sometimes our air fryer instructions need a little tweaking, so he tests that for us. So
Yeah.
we get all kinds of feedback from him. So thank you so much for being here with us. It was a lot of fun. As you saw, we made 6 meals super fast. I wasn't timing it, but I would say in less than half an hour, those came together.
Yeah, minus the talking. Yeah, totally.
So if you are watching this on replay, then thank you also for being here. And we are cheering you on, even though we couldn't cheer you on in the comments. We are rooting for you. We love seeing your finished pictures of your freezer stacks. We love seeing your freezers, and we love hearing what you think of not only freezer meals, but how freezer meals have changed your life. That's our favorite part. That's our favorite part.
We love getting emails like that. When is November's cooking class? Okay, so November is tricky. We have to decide and we'll get back to you.
But we're going to know soon.
We will know soon.
November, the reason November is tricky is my husband and I are going to Costa Rica to renew our vows. So
very romantic.
I also went wedding dress shopping and I have a real wedding dress because when we got married, our photos were developed wrong, and so the pictures ate themselves. And so we don't really have wedding pictures. So we're going to have wedding pictures, which is really exciting. And then in the spring, we're going to host a party for our friends and family who've supported us all these years. And we're going to show the video. And so we're really, really, really excited. But we're going to be gone for 9 days, 8 or 9 days. So
We could have the cooking class, just you and me. I could come over here. I come over here to Charlotte's house all the time when she's not here.
It's true.
I make B-roll. I do overheads. She's like in the mountains. I'm like over here working.
Yeah, I think you came when I was in Toronto.
I totally did.
For work too.
Yes, I did.
So and I just like text my husband and I'm like, FYI.
Oh, I always
Christy
check.
will be in the
I'm like, if you're
kitchen.
running around in your underwear, you need to put something on because I'm coming over.
So it's all good. But yes, so
I did not have lasagna soup. I had my own lasagna soup, but if I had known that they were having lasagna soup, I might have popped by that day.
It's so true.
Yeah. Okay, we do have to sign off.
We do.
You have places to go. I have places to go. You have places to go. Thanks so much
Thank
for joining
you
us.
so much for being here. It was a lot of fun. Have a great day and happy cooking.
Bye, guys.